Okay, you found your keywords and your boards are set up on Pinterest. And now you are wondering, what do I pin? Because getting found is the goal, right? But visibility only matters if it leads people to something of yours, a newsletter sign up, book sales, new readers discovering you. That's your goal. That's what you're trying to do. And today, that's what we're talking about. I'm going to show you how to turn your keywords into a content strategy that converts passive scrollers on Pinterest into your fans. Hi, everyone. I'm Melissa Bourbon. I'm a best-selling author, educator, and host of Bourbon and Books right here. This week, we're connecting the dots between discovery and conversion. The topic this week is talking about what to pin, how often, and how to make every pin you create part of sort of your bigger ecosystem that grows your author platform in 2026 and beyond without endless posting, without burnout, without, all of that social media overwhelm. The ultimate goal is conversion, right? We want to make people our readers, turn them into readers. Remember to like and subscribe, share this with your writing buddies. It takes a village. The first step in creating your ecosystem of discovery is to understand the core of what you offer. One of the mistakes I see authors making is that they pin everything, and it's very random and it's inconsistent, and it can confuse Pinterest about them understanding what your account is really about. So I encourage you to think in pillars, 3 to 5 sort of main topics that reflect your keywords and your goals. Think of your pillars kind of like the backbone of your Pinterest strategy. They're going to tell the algorithm what it is you create, who you serve, and what kind of content you create and who to recommend that content to. So, for example, some of my pillars are Pinterest for authors, obviously, marketing and visibility strategies for writers. Another is the writing craft because I teach courses and I give talks. Those pins then have tips and templates and Writer Spark courses, things like that. Another pillar is my cozy mysteries and magical reads, which is my fiction brand. Now I have the added complication of multiple pen names. So I have my cozy mysteries and mystery books as Melissa Bourbon and my women's fiction magical realism as Ivy Cassidy. And then I have occasional pins that are about the author life and creativity. So these are more relatable behind the scenes content that a lot of readers enjoy. So my pillars guide everything that I pin. They keep me focused and they make it easy for Pinterest to categorize my content. Okay, your question might be at this point, okay, how do I figure out what my pillars are? If you're not sure what your pillars should be, you want to start by asking yourself 3 questions. What do I want to be known for? That's the first question. So you want to think sort of big picture here. Are you known for world building? Are you known for your romance tropes, your cozy mystery vibes, helping other authors? So, what is sort of that big picture of what you offer to readers? The next question to think about is what content do my readers or my audience actually search for? So you want to type in a few keywords into that Pinterest search bar and see what autofills. That is going to be a gold mine of information for you, and it's going to help you hone in on what those pillars should be, what people that are your readers might be actually searching for. And then the third question is what leads people toward my goals, toward what I offer? If your goal is to sell books, then you need to include a pillar around your genre or your aesthetic. If it is to grow your author platform, you need to include marketing or author life things in a pillar. So think about what your goal is and what kind of things can lead people toward that, can help you achieve that goal. Here are a few genre specific examples just kind of to get you thinking. So, for example, if you're a fantasy author, your pillars might be fantasy world building, writing tips for fantasy writers, magic systems and lore, book quotes, character art, fantasy aesthetic boards, things like that. If you are a romance author, maybe you have love stories and meet cutes, character development, popular tropes like enemies to lovers or second chance romance, maybe book marketing or reader connection, things like that. If you're a nonfiction author or maybe you're a coach, you might be looking at writing and publishing tips, productivity for writers, branding and visibility, inspiration and creative mindset. If you are a mystery author, let's say you're a cozy mystery author, cozy mystery aesthetic. Those aesthetic boards are gold. Behind the book, your series world, reader guides or book club information, writing suspense and clues. So, you kind of dig into what your genre leads you to. I have a mini practice prompt for you. So grab a notebook or open your notes app and start to brainstorm 3 to 5 topics that make up your author identity. You want to make sure that each one ties to a keyword you want to rank for and a goal that you care about. So, again, 3 to 5 topics that make up your author identity, making sure that each one ties to a keyword and something hopefully that you could rank for, that you would show up in those rankings, and a goal that you care about. One of my topics is magical realism. Another is witchy fiction. So those are things I want to rank for. I want my pins to show up when people search those keywords. When you are done, those become your content pillars. So they're the cornerstones of the pins that will actually start to convert for you, because every pin now connects back to your core purpose. The second step in this whole process is to look at keywords and take those keywords and turn them into pin ideas. So once you have your pillars, you want to take your keywords and ask yourself another question. How can I teach or show or inspire with this keyword? So let's say one of your keywords is cozy mystery ideas. You could create a pin titled, say, 5 mystery plot twists people love, and maybe that leads to a blog post that you've written. You could create a pin that links to your book series with readers who love baking and mystery will love this series. You could create a pin for your email opt-in. Get my free cozy mystery starter guide if you were trying to target other cozy mystery writers, or read my free book or my free novella, targeting readers, of course. So it's all connected. Every keyword becomes sort of a doorway into your world. Now, here's another tip. You always want to include a call to action in your pin text, something super simple like read more, grab the freebie, start reading. These calls to action help turn curiosity into clicks. People need to be told what to do. Step 3 in this process is to map out a monthly pin plan. I like to make this very easy, and I also want to set myself up for success, and I want you to be set up for success. Here is one strategy you can use. Think about your 3 to 5 pillars. From those pillars, create 2 pins per pillar per week. So maybe that's 6 to 10 pins total, which you can batch once a month. And if you're new to Pinterest, just do 1 pin per pillar. The point is you want to be consistent. So here's one example of what this might look like. Week 1, maybe you have sort of an educational side to what you do, or you want to reach other writers. So week 1 could be educational, an educational pin about something that you teach. Week 2 could be inspirational or aesthetic. So the pins that you're creating are inspirational or have that aesthetic of whatever it is that you write. Week 3 would be a promotional pin. So a book, a course, a lead magnet, something like that. Your book covers, of course. And then week 4, maybe a behind the scenes or a storytelling pin, a glimpse behind the curtain. So it's simple, but it's strategic and it's balanced. Your profile is always going to feel fresh, not just your book covers, also without being overwhelming. Step 4 is to ultimately measure what is converting. Pinterest gives you data for a reason, right? This is if you have a business account, which you do want to have. Once you have enough pins and you've given it some time to work for Pinterest to index your pins and then to figure out who to show them to and to start showing them, you want to start looking at outbound clicks and saves. Those are the 2 metrics that I really look at, mostly outbound clicks. These are telling you what content is resonating with pinners. You can also look at your website insights or analytics to see if there's been a bump in traffic. Now, I have a video on analytics, so check that one out if you are ready to dig into analytics. if a pin drives traffic to your newsletter, to your shop, make more like it. If another has high impressions but low clicks, then you want to tweak the design a little bit. So take that data and see what you can do with it so you can do more of what is working and less of what is not. And remember, Pinterest is a long game. Data is going to help you fine tune your strategy for your best results in the long term. All right, I have a creative challenge for you. This week, take one of your top keywords and brainstorm a couple of new pin ideas for it. You got to jump in and get started. If this is new to you, just do it. And if you're interested in digging deeper, check out Pinterest Power for Authors. It's my full course and it takes you through everything Pinterest marketing step by step. Next week, we are talking about design, how to make your pins stand out with the right visuals and fonts and messaging, all of which will attract the right readers. Please remember to subscribe, like this video, share it, and I will see you next week. Until then, happy pinning.
Ain't never needed Poppy's blessing, no. You need keep working just to get it though. I know she carried your whole world.